All right, this is section 5.3, day 2. We've already learned how to solve multi-step inequalities, so we're going to do a little more practice with this, but notice the instructions this time say solve the inequality if possible. You should write that in your notes so that you know something weird could happen here. Then go ahead and take the time to write this down, and when you're ready, we'll solve. 6x plus 24 is greater than 6x plus 12. We always work with the variables first. So let's minus 6x over to the other side. Those are gone. Uh-oh. So are those. 6x minus 6x is gone. We did these also when solving inequalities and then our equations. And we said there was no solution if they were different. But take a look at this one. We have to translate this into English. 24 is greater than 12. It tells me that 24 is greater than 12. 24 is greater than 12 is always true. Always, no matter what. So your answer to this is infinite solution, which you can write with this, infinite, and then I'll let you abbreviate it to SOL instead of writing all the solution. You have to have both answers to get it correct if you're doing this on a quiz or a daily quiz. You can't just say infinite solution. You can't stop at 24 is greater than 12. This is an answer, this an answer. Both have to be recorded. Okay, let's try another one. 14x plus 5 is less than 7 times 2x minus 3. Rewrite this side as is. 14x plus 5 is less than. Distribute 14x minus 21. You maybe can see it already. If you want, you can just cancel the 14x's. If you don't recognize that right away, always take care of your x's first. Minus 14x from both sides. Oops, they both cancel again. So you have a 5 is less than negative 21. 5 is less than negative 21. That's not true. 24 was greater than 12, but 5 is not less than negative 21. So now we have to change it to no solution. Or in your case, I'll let you write no sol. But again, you have to have both answers. You have to show me mathematically what you got and in English. Like, no, there's no solution to that. 5 will never be smaller than negative 21. Another example, 12x minus 1 is greater than 6 times 2x minus 1. Go ahead, pause the video and do this yourself. All right, you should be back from solving it yourself. Take a look at what I have. If you have the same thing, you did it correctly. If you don't, go back and look at it, see what went wrong. Negative 1 is always bigger than negative 6 is, so there's an infinite solution. We'll just do one more example problem. Solve the inequality if possible, it still says, but now you're going to graph your solution. We are not going to graph them if there's an infinite or a no solution, but possibly maybe this one will work. So just another practice of what we did on day 1. Take the time to write this down, negative 5m. Be careful here, this is not a subtraction sign, it's a negative. Negative times a negative is a positive 25. Is less than negative 3m plus 25. I'm going to add 3m over to the other side. This time it did not cancel out. I have negative 2m's, which means we are going to have a solution and we are going to have a graph. You got to keep going. 2 more steps. Minus 25 from both sides. You have negative 2m. This cancels, is less than 25 minus 25. Yeah, it cancels, but you need a place value in its place. We have to have something on the left side of the equation and the right side of the equation. You're not done yet. Continue on. Divide by negative 2. 0 divided by anything is 0. that is an actual solution. You can't say no solution or infinite solution. It's 0. We've talked about this before when we did this with equations. If it's 0 degrees outside, you don't walk out there and be like, oh my gosh, there's no temperature today. There is a temperature. It's 0. Okay? So 0, throw in a couple of other numbers to make it know which one is which. It's an open circle over the 0, and you are going less than. Because of, oh, no we're not. Did you guys catch me on that? Divide by a negative, divide by a negative. You better make it greater than. When you divide by a negative, you got to flip the sign. Any of you yelling at your screen saying, no, why didn't you flip it? That's why you have to finish this equation all the way through. M is greater than 0. And we're not going to do that one. That's enough examples. 3 of them. Could be 0, could be no solution, could be infinite solution, or you could just get a regular number like you always do. Good luck on this one.